Welcome back, everybody. So we got some war news coming up. We got Russia and Ukraine. There was some missiles fired that were provided to Ukraine by the U.S. And Putin has come out and said that this could be a declaration of war and that he is fully prepared to use nuclear strikes against his enemies, and saying that NATO is, there's been a lot of talk about NATO nations trying to help out Ukraine now, and this could be what sets it off. Look, I'm not saying that it is. Putin hasn't done anything as of yet. It's been it's been a little bit, and he hasn't done anything yet. So keep fingers crossed that Trump has come out and said that the fighting needs to stop. He's trying to get them both to the table, and hopefully he can do that, and we can get this sorted out before something crazy happens. Because look, Biden coming out and authorizing the use of these U.S. weapons, it's not a good look for the U.S. It's not, and Putin has already said that that would be a declaration of war, and he is fully prepared to use nuclear attacks. So hopefully he shows restraint, because this is not good. It's not good. Anyway, we'll take a look at a couple things here. We're gonna look. It's like I said, it's not looking good. Anyway, so we got missiles, missiles. All right. Ukraine fired U.S. made missiles into Russia for first time, officials say. The attack came just 2 days after President Biden gave Ukraine permission to use long range U.S. made weapons to strike targets inside of Russia. Now, I made a video a couple days back, or a day or so, something, saying that, he had given permission to Ukraine to use missiles. Now the strike has actually happened. And there's been a couple cases where, well, there's been an incident. Look, Russia has already started mobilizing their nuclear force. Okay, Putin has come out and he's been doing this. So apparently, Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, is preparing for a nuclear launch towards Ukraine. They're placing a nuclear ballistic missile on a launch pad. This is getting nuts. This was yesterday. Look, hopefully this is just a show of force from Putin. Hopefully that's all it is, because him he like I said, hopefully it's just him flexing his muscles, saying, "Look, I've got this ready to go. Keep up your shenanigans, and some bad stuff's about to happen." Hopefully that's all this is. Hopefully he slow walks it. Like I said, it's just a show of force, hopefully, and he doesn't actually launch anything. And Zelensky, Putin, and Trump need to sit down and have a discussion. Look, it has to happen. The NATO countries are already talking about getting involved. Everybody stood up and applauded when they said they were going to, you know, help in the effort against Russia. I don't think it's a good thing. Look, especially these NATO countries right next to Russia, they're going to be frontline war. I mean, it's going to be their backyard. I don't understand why they're standing up and applauding this. They should be scared to death. Nobody should want this. Nobody should want another world war where millions of lives could be lost, especially if there's nuclear launches. It shouldn't be something to be applauding about. It needs to be de-escalated. Trump needs to get it done. Hopefully, Putin and Zelensky will actually listen to reason. I think Putin's more open to it than what Zelensky is. So anyway, this is another this is from CNBC. Russia says Ukraine attacked its attacked it using US long-range missiles, signals it's ready for nuclear response. That's just like I showed you the video of them getting, some of their nuclear launches ready. Like I said, hopefully it's just a flex, and Putin's just saying, "Look, I've got this ready to go. You want to keep up your shenanigans, it's going to get real bad. And hopefully Zelensky backs off a little bit. That's what I'm hoping. But I mean, who knows? I mean, it's great. It's going to get crazy. Things need to be de-escalated, and hopefully, like I said, Trump can get that done. Otherwise, it's going to be real bad for the entire world. Okay, nobody should want this. Nobody. Anyway, we'll shift gears here. We'll go on to look. This is Bucks County. Okay, so this the Pennsylvania court has come down and said, look, you cannot count illegal votes. It's been 2 weeks since the election, and they're still counting votes. And look, this is honestly, they're doing this so that David McCormick can not get that seat, and Bob Casey can get it. That's the whole reason behind this, and to lower the popular vote for Donald Trump. So they're doing this in an effort to, like I said, just try and keep it so that the popular vote looks bad, and so that they can flip that seat. That's all this is. But the court has come out and said twice, that they cannot count illegal votes, and they're doing it anyway. They're still counting them. Something has to be done. Whether it be Josh Shapiro has come out and put out a statement saying that they need to adhere to the state laws and stop counting these illegal votes, and they're still doing it. They don't care. I mean, I showed you the video before of them outright saying that they don't care. They're gonna count them anyway, which is insane and should not happen. So it's yeah. So this like I said, this is what they want. They want David McCormick to not get that seat, and they want Bob Casey to have it. That's the whole reason for that. Plus the popular vote going down for President Trump. That's the whole thing for it. They don't want to lose that seat, but they're going to lose it anyway. This should be one of the first things when President Trump gets into the presidency. Look, Matt Gaetz. This should be the first thing that you do, is look into this crap right here. That's the first thing. The first thing they need to do is voter ID, which is, I know it's complicated, it's hard to do, but you need to implement voter ID, make it paper ballots, and make a national holiday. I'm all for a national holiday for voting day. Make it a national holiday. Everybody has the day off. You go vote that day. I believe that there should be the only exception that you should have for mail-in voting is for disabled people who can't make it to the voting booth, and people that are deployed overseas. Only exception. Other than that, make it a national holiday. Everybody gets the day off. You get a chance to go vote. That's it. Make it one day, and make it so that the counting doesn't go on for 3 weeks after the election has already taken place. It's ridiculous and shouldn't happen. Because, I mean, it just opens it up for crap like this. You're going to continue to count votes until you get the outcome that you want. And that's not how this should work. It's not. Here we got, this is from Ben Shapiro, or Josh Shapiro, Ben. My bad, Ben. Didn't mean that. You'll probably never see this, but didn't mean to compare you to this guy. But look, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro denounces illegal vote counting to benefit Bob Casey in Senate race. Any institution that our laws can be ignored or do not matter is irresponsible and does damage to faith in our election process. The rule of law matters in this commonwealth. And as I have always said, it is critical for countries and officials to both parties to respect it with both their rhetoric and their actions. Okay? I expect all county election officials to adhere to this ruling. Okay. So he's come out and he's put this statement out. But he hasn't actually done anything. They're still going on with their shenanigans. Josh, look, man, you got to get down there, and you need to put a stop to it. You're the governor. Just putting out a statement, and then they're like, I don't care. They've straight out said that they don't care about the court ruling. They don't care. They're going to continue to count these illegal votes because the rule of law doesn't matter to them. action, not words, action. You got to put a stop to it because they're just going to continue to do it. Look, these people need to be investigated, and then action taken on what they find. That's it. You gotta take action, not just put out words. You can talk all you want, but you gotta do something about it. And that's my 2 cents on that. Okay, so the View, Sunny Hostin, she has come out and look, these women on here. I don't like to cover them a whole lot because they never have anything good to say. They really don't. But when something like this happens, I gotta bring it up. Sunny Hostin she was forced to put out a statement about Matt Gaetz because she's been blasting him, and because he has been under some investigations. Nothing's come to light, and he was never nothing. No legal action was ever taken because they, from what I can guess, was there was not enough proof or evidence against him regarding the allegations. So she was forced to come out and say this
on screen. What about Gaetz? Sunny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
She was not happy about having to say that. You could see it in her face. But I mean, that's about the gist of it. Charges were brought. It was a 3-year investigation. Nothing came of it. The charges were dropped. Move on. If I'm just saying, especially in a Biden-Harris led investigation, if the charges were dropped because they couldn't bring anything about, that tells me that they didn't really have anything, and it probably was made up. I don't know the details, but like I said, with the left running the investigation and they still couldn't find anything on the guy, that tells me it's probably bogus. Anyway. Oh, goodness gracious. So, I mean, things are going to get crazy. It's going to get it's going to get crazier. Look, the election's over. And it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Hopefully, I mean, there's been a lot of good stuff that has happened. Look, there's been people coming out and de-escalating things already. Hamas come out the day after the election and said that they're gonna they want a ceasefire and they want to talk. So good things are happening. There's a lot of bad things happening though too at the same time. So you got to keep the faith that President Trump can cool the tensions everywhere, and the left's going to do what they do, especially these, like The View. They're going to keep spewing their hatred towards the right. That's what they do, and we got to move on with our lives. Hopefully, like I said, President Trump can lower the tensions, and we need to get it under control. So hopefully he can do that. Like I said, hopefully Putin's just flexing his muscles. He's not actually going to do anything before Trump can get in there and say, hey, we need to talk about this. So, anyway, that's all I got for now. Appreciate you hanging out. If you did like what you saw, hey, hit that follow, subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one, and God bless.